Hi everybody, it's Thomas Wooden Railway here, and this is the first part of my question and answer video, Q&A video. In this first part of the video, I'm just going to explain kind of some guidelines for the Q&A video. I don't want this to be a really long video, but I do need to lay a foundation and just, like I said, set some guidelines so that this Q&A video doesn't get out of control. If I didn't set any guidelines and I just said, you know what guys, go ahead, do whatever, this contest, or this Q&A video could go one of two ways. The first way is that everybody comes up with really good questions, and it will be so hard to pick some really good ones to do in the second part of this video. Or it could go a second way, and it would be something like every single user would be asking personal information, and there'd only be about 3 really good answers or questions that I could use. So I just need to lay some, a bit of, guidelines, like I said, so that this Q&A video doesn't get out of control. So the first part is I just need to talk about what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, for asking questions. Okay, so as a lot of you guys know, or even if you guys don't know, this is your warning / info. I'm a very private person on YouTube. I do not give out personal information on the internet whatsoever. I do not give out my name, my first name, or my last, or my middle. I do not give out where I live, my location. I don't give out my zip code. I don't give out my age. I don't give out where I go to school, etc. Because I think people are a little bit afraid on YouTube to talk about this, and they don't really want to face the facts, and they're like, oh, YouTube's a safe place. I mean, there are, some weird people here and there, but overall, it's a really good place to, hang out, make videos. That is farther from the truth than ever. It's kind of ridiculous and unbelievable how many, weird people there are on YouTube. People get this kind of idea in their head that, stalkers and creepers, they only, stay on, like, those forums where you, like, talk, like, one-on-one, with them, some middle-aged guy pretending to be a teenage girl. That's really, that's what people think, but it's almost like newsflash. It's, these weird people are around us, everywhere, and it's not, I don't want that to sound cheesy, but it's true. I mean, YouTube is full of really weird people, okay? So any questions that are personal, hence the personal information, will not be acceptable. I won't even answer them at all, and they'll just be removed, and you may be blocked. Okay? Basically, that's really the only restriction I have on this Q&A video, because this is a Q&A video about any of my videos, and since the majority of my videos are of my series, I'm looking somewhere, around the range of videos, or around the questions being about my episodes, or my remakes, or my Thomas Wooden Railway discussions, or my movies, etc., etc., etc. Okay, there's no reason to ask personal information. This as kind of a hint here, it'd be really cool for you guys, or not really, yeah, this is kind of a hint, / suggestion. The more specific you are about your question, the more likely it is to get chosen, because I'm going to end up choosing, about 4 or 5 questions to answer, because I don't want this Q&A video to be like 2 hours long, but I don't want it to be really short either. So as of right now, I'm thinking about choosing 4 or 5 videos to answer the questions, and it'll be in a video similar to this right here, where I'm just talking straight to the camera. I don't want to do anything fancy on Windows Movie Maker or iMovie or anything like that. And if your question is very specific and it's a good question in my opinion, then it has a really good chance of being chosen. At the same time, if your question is very broad, such as what is your favorite engine? What is your favorite Thomas and Friends episode? What is your favorite episode in your series? What is your least favorite episode in your series? See, that's very broad, and it likely won't get chosen. It needs to be a very specific question. That what you guys need to understand, for the people who are really wanting to get their question chosen, is I need to entertain people in this second part of the Q&A video. It just can't be, the generic questions. They need to be specific, otherwise people are going to click away. And I don't want that, because I want you guys to watch, the entire video, which makes sense. And so that's just kind of a suggestion. The more specific you make, the better. You also have a pretty good chance if you can, kind of reference an episode plot or a title, okay? Just, giving me a suggestion or giving me a question that's like, in the episode where something does something, what was your inspiration for that? If you can actually give me the episode title, and if you reference something in the episode, like give me, at the point in the episode, like, the numbers that at the bottom of the episode that show how long, the duration of the episode, so to speak, then you'll have a better chance. The more effort you guys put into this, the more likely you're going to get chosen. I'm trying to think of anything else before I'll probably think of something. But anyway, so you guys are probably wondering how much time you guys are going to have to submit questions. So right now, look below this video and see when it was published. So, or see the date that says, when it was uploaded. Add 7 to that date. Or, you guys might actually have to go look at a calendar. But basically, you're going to have 1 week. So you're going to have 1 week from the day this was uploaded to submit questions. After that 1 week, questions will not be submitted or be able to be submitted. And you guys will know because, at the top it says open in really big letters. That will say close, and I'll just basically say, you know what, no more questions can be submitted beyond this point. Here's another hint. The more you guys think about the question you're going to ask, the better. I know a lot of people just want to, I'm pretty sure some people have even asked their question, before they've even gotten to the point. They've already typed out their question. They may or may not have submitted it yet. But my suggestion is that you guys really think about this question. Like I said earlier, the more effort you put into this, the more likely you're going to get chosen. So basically, you may have a really good question in mind, but if you guys will just take a few days, think about it, see if you can revise it anyway, maybe even think of a better question, then you'll be set. So my recommendation is that you wait a few days. It's not like, okay, first 4 people that submit questions are automatically in, and then it's like, the 5th one is the best out of everybody. And it's not like that. It's just the 5 best questions in my opinion. Okay? Every person gets to submit one title, not user, but person. Okay, so because there's a difference between a person and a user. A person can have multiple accounts. A user is technically one person, but a person can have multiple accounts. Okay, so maybe you're running around on 5 accounts on YouTube. You only get to submit one question on your one account. And people may say, well, Thomas Railway, you don't really, keep up the tabs on the top and on this community. You don't know what's going on. I have 10 accounts. I can just ask 10 separate questions and it'll be all right. Believe me, guys, I know backup accounts. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. You guys would be very surprised. Okay. Here's another very important thing. One user, or that one person, gets to submit that one question and one question only. Okay, so there's like no takebacks. Like, oh yeah, Thomas Railway, I posted a question a few days ago, but I've thought of a better one. Can I swap? It sounds really mean, but I'm gonna say no, because I'm not gonna like babysit you guys through this. So it's like, oh yeah, everybody gets a second chance. I don't have time for that. So it's really important that you guys think of the best question possible, and that's it. You get one shot at it. The video is almost done, and I just want to point out one other thing. People may be asking, why should I participate in this? At Thomas Railway, I'll just say this for myself. I answer a lot of questions. If you guys ask a question on one of my videos or send it as a personal message, I'm bound to answer it. It's just the way I operate. But in this Q&A video, I'll be listing the person who asked the question. I'll also be providing a link to their channel. So it technically is a shout out, which is pretty cool. In fact, I've never done shout outs in my videos. So the 4 or 5 people who give me really good questions are going to get a shout out, which is awesome, and it will help promote your channel. Now, the one very important thing that I forgot is where you guys can post questions. I'm going to be very lenient this time and say you guys can post questions in the comment section of this video. So yeah, you just have to scroll down and go to the comment section and you can post one there. Remember, 1 question per person. You can also post a question on my channel, although nobody ever does that anymore. And you can also send a question through personal message if you're really concerned that people are going to steal it. If you post a question on any other video, I'll just take it as a normal question and it will not be counted as as a question for the Q&A video. So guys, that's all I have to say. If you guys, of course, have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a comment. The last thing I want you guys to be is confused about what to do, etc. If you have any questions at all, please leave a comment below. Alright guys, thanks for watching this really long video, and good luck in the second part of this Q&A video.